Hey guys, it's James here from Gibbs Guns, and it's time for a rebuttal video. Earlier this week I released the LCP Max video, and there was somebody on there who decided to make a comment about my crappy shooting. So I have the LCP2 right here in my pocket. Once I pull it out, it is loaded, it's ready to fire. We've got a target set up, and I am going to put probably 30 rounds through this to show how accurate I can be with this handgun. And we'll do a final score, and I can kind of send something back to the user who had 5 subscribers and about 1,000 views on all of his great videos from Harbor Freight. Yeah, like you could even afford this gun. And show how accurate this handgun is, and we'll talk about a little bit more of the features and, you know, kind of give it a little bit of a wrap-up since, you know, last week I really did 60 rounds through it, and we just kind of did a little side-by-side, so we'll go ahead and shoot it again. Oh, and by the way, I am shooting from right here next to this box, but I'll be up on the hill level with the target, so at a distance of 7 yards. That was our 10th shot there. Let's go, let's load in 10 more and then we'll go ahead and shoot. All right, so we've got our next mag loaded in. We've got one in the chamber. We've got our target still set up. We put 2 dead center in the first mag, so much for my crappy shooting. We'll go ahead and shoot the next 10 and then kind of take a look at the scorecard, see where we are. All right, so I talked about this. I've seen some comments in the comment section about this, but this has locked back every single time for me on the last round. Now, I will say, when I first got the gun, and there was the this mag, it does freely go through it does freely come back and forth. But even when I have rounds in it and the gun is fired, that does lock. If you put some pressure here on the bottom of the mag, it easily locks back on the last round. So I saw some comments about that. If that becomes an issue in the future, I will definitely send this out to Ruger, but it's not been an issue for me so far. Anyways, we'll go ahead, load up our last 10 for a total of 30, and then we'll grab the target. I'll show it to you on this camera, and we'll talk about where we are. All right, here we go. Last 10 rounds. All right, so I've got to talk about the burn that I just received. You might have noticed in the first video, there were a lot of shots and then a thud. That was the gun going back and hitting this microphone right here. And I've been having that issue a little bit with this gun. With it firing the brass out, I definitely had one land right on my shoulder, hot brass. So that's always a joyful thing. So let's go ahead, grab the target, and show how accurate we were with my terrible shooting. All right, so before I talk about the scoring here and showing this, I want to make a point of this because the comments that were made on the video really aggravated me. and I wanted to talk about how last week I pulled this gun fresh out of the box and said, these are the first shots with it. A lot of other gun channels who are professionals, I will say, Paul Harrell, Hickok 45, all of these guys bring out the gun to the range, they practice with it, and then they show how accurate it is. This one I wanted to show the importance of training with your firearm and saying, okay, here's what you have to do. A box of 50 rounds might be enough time to get dialed in, it may not. Today I've obviously proved that it was enough to get dialed in, it was just that I had to be that much more careful. So, let's talk about what we've got here. So on this entire target, we have 27 rounds that hit the target. We have 1, 2, and 3 that were off. So out of all of that, we'll go outside in. We have one, actually this, I guess if these count, we have 2 here in the 6th ring. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 in the 6th ring, 6 in the 7 ring, then 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 8 ring, 5. So 5 within the 8 ring, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the 9 ring, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the 10 ring. Alright, now people want to make comments about my crappy shooting or whatever adjective you want to use. This obviously proves a few things. Number one, that gun is incredibly accurate. It took a little bit of practice to get used to it, but now I feel comfortable carrying it every single day and trusting my life with it. There's not been a single malfunction or failure with that gun. And the next time you decide that you want to make comments, don't attack someone who's got a public forum like this, alright? I'm sorry that you have 5 subscribers. I'm sorry that you make videos about Harbor Freight heat guns that, you know, can light your grill because your food looks so good on there. Anyways, I'm not going to give any more clout to a channel who's going to criticize me with 5 full subscribers. Don't get me wrong, we're in the 60s, guys, but still, don't come at me, bro. All right. I obviously showed you don't throw rocks at a guy with a machine gun or an LCP Max. So, anyways, let's get back to some more shooting. So one of the next things I want to do with the LCP Max is some real target shooting. So you've seen me shoot steel. What was it? You've seen me shoot shaving cream. Sensitive. You've seen me shoot gallons of water. We've shot tannerite. We shot all kinds of things on this channel. One suggestion though that his viewer made this week I had not thought of yet. So I have a few water balloons here that haven't burst, and I have one tied up to my target down there. So we're going to try to shoot some water balloons here with the LCP Max. Alright, so we hit one. Kind of fun. We might need something either smaller or bigger, so that's why we've got the 22 and the 40 cal for this one. Alright, that one was pretty cool. So I feel like a bodybuilder right now without the body. I'm covered in suntan lotion and mosquito spray and everything else. I feel like it's like 1986 and I'm a bodybuilder on Venice Beach without the body. Definitely with the pit vipers too. These sunglasses are great. You can laugh at them all you want, but they do work out well. Alright, so what can be said about this gun? Well, number one, obviously with all firearms, there's a compromise one way or the other. This gun is ultra portable, and once you find the sights, it's incredibly accurate and reliable. I have put now over 100 rounds through this, no hiccups, no, first shot, jams, anything like that. So absolutely great in that sense. Obviously the sight picture is a little bit hard to see in a small package like this, but obviously once you practice with it, once you learn how to shoot it, this gun is a great firearm. And if you have the LCP Max, or I'm sorry, the LCP2, not the LCP Max because it's the one I'm holding, but if you have the LCP2, you can obviously see where the where the jump from it to this came. And it's just the next step forward. It's going to be interesting to see what Ruger's next step is going to be in this line. These guns obviously have a position in the market, and really they own the market in the way, or they really do own the market. So in that sense, this LCP Max is absolutely a gun I recommend buying. Like I said, the MSRP on this in the last video is $449. You can definitely get it for cheaper. Look for it out there. The magazines are well priced, and if you buy it directly from Ruger, or if you buy it and you buy it new, Ruger does give you a 20% off coupon to purchase things in the Ruger store after buying this firearm. So you could buy 2 mags at 20% off and be able to carry 34 rounds of ammo if you're really that crazy. So anyways, as always, I am James from Gibbs Guns. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, watching these items. Check out my Patreon, and comment down below, even if you're a jerk and you want to talk about my shooting, which I obviously proved you wrong today. So anyways, as always, thank you again for watching. I'm James from Gibbs Guns, and I'll see you next time. Alright, so next today I want to talk about some new targets that we're going to try out. You've seen me shoot shaving cream, you've seen me shoot water jugs, you've seen me shoot steel. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.